Back here at Niwot High School, nice rendition by the Niwot Band. As they are now introducing the Fort Morgan Mustangs as they are get ready to take on the Niwot Cougars here with Forrest Jordan being introduced here, and then we will see who the starting lineup is for the Niwot Cougars. The head coach for the Fort Morgan Mustangs is TJ Snyder. So, see who the starting lineup is here that they'll have to deal with to start off this game. And that will be sophomore 5'11" Jack Jarvis. As well as Julian Letow, a senior for the Niwot Cougars. And number 12, Zachary Dawson, as well as Jackson Carano, that's the 6'5" junior. And then it will be Jerry Funkhauser, the 6'6" senior. So that's who the Mustangs will have to contend with here as this game will get underway here shortly as the Mustangs out in their position. It will be Nathan Gherkin to jump center. I would guess it will probably be Jerry Funkhauser. We'll see. And it will not. It will be Jackson Carano who will jump center for the Niwot Cougars. So we'll see what I'm not sure what they're waiting on. The refs walked to the other side and got his whistle ready. They're checking over here, checking the refs, make sure everybody's ready. The scorer's table is ready. We're ready. Let's play some ball here. And that is going to be tipped and taken by Niwot. Funkhauser spins into the lane. His shot is going to be in and out. But Carano with the rebound. And Rodrigo Alvarez with the rebound. Rodrigo Alvarez all the way down. Forrest Jordan now off to Aiden Garvers. He drives that left baseline. He is going to be fouled by Funkhauser. That will be his first, team first. So the Mustangs will inbound left baseline of their basket. It will be Wesley Carnes to trigger it in for the Mustangs. And they look to Nathan Gherkin. Forrest Jordan on the right wing. Now to Rodriguez out at the high right wing. Going to drive it down, and he's cut off there. Forces it up, and shot is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Jack Jarvis. He's going to lay it up, and no good. Rebounded by Carano. And his shot is up and good for the first 2 points of the contest. Aiden Garver all the way down, and he is going to be fouled on the drive. He goes down. And the foul is going to be on Jack Jarvis. That will be his team second, excuse me. And Aiden Garver will go to the line to shoot 2. Mustangs find themselves down 2-0. First free throw is up and no good by Garver. He awaits the ball, receives it. Bends, shoots, up and good for the first point of the night for the Mustangs. 2-1 in favor of the Niwot Cougars with 7 minutes to go here first period. On the near side to Dawson. Up top to Carano. Underneath the Funkhauser. Funkhauser's shot is going to be up and no good. Ball's going to be tipped around. Funkhauser gets the rebound. And now a foul is going to be called on the Mustangs on a reach. And that will be on Aiden Garver. That will be his team first. So it will be Niwot ball far side. As it will be Dawson to inbounds to Carano. Or Funkhauser, excuse me. And then ball is going to be taken away by the Mustangs. Nice job there by Nathan Gherkin on the steal. Aiden Garver, ball is going to be tipped away and going to be taken by Niwot. Funkhauser with a left-handed slam up for a 2-point slam by Funkhauser. Wesley Carnes on the right side here. Gets it off to Forrest Jordan in the right corner. Slow things down here a little bit. Now Forrest Jordan picks up his dribble. He's going to give it into Wesley Carnes, and he is going to be fouled. Carnes goes down, and that will be foul number 2 on Jack Jarvis. So Carnes to inbounds right baseline, and it will be Drew Stapp to come in for Jack Jarvis. So Carnes to inbounds for the Mustangs. And it's off of Aiden Garver and out of bounds. I don't think it was a real good pass. It hit him about the shins and went out of bounds. So turnover by the Mustangs as they find themselves down 4-1. Over on the far side, it is Dawson being guarded by Rodrigo Alvarez. Now to Carano. Carano in the right corner. Inside to Dawson, and the ball is going to be tied up. Nice job by Aiden Garver to go down for the tie-up, and that will belong down to the Mustangs. So turnover by Niwot, as they're going to put on some full court pressure here as the Mustangs look to inbounds. And Wesley Carnes gets it into Rodrigo Alvarez. Over to Carnes. Mustangs need to get it up as he loses control of it. Now on the far side to Garver as they get it into the front court. Garver's going to give it underneath to Gherkin, but it was off of Julian Letow and out of bounds, so the Mustangs will retain possession. 5:36 to go here, first period. The Mustangs down 4-1. Garver to Forrest Jordan. Now Rodrigo Alvarez on the far side is going to drive it into the lane. His layup is going to be, they're going to count it. There was a foul before the shot. He missed the shot, so it will be a 2-shot foul, and that will go against Drew Stapp. That will be his first, team third. So Rodrigo Alvarez to go to the line to shoot 2, and that one is in and out. And into the game now will be Isaiah Zavala. He will come in for Aiden Garver. So Rodrigo Alvarez, foul shot number 2 off the back of the rim and no good. Rebounded by Nathan Gherkin. Nice strong rebound and put up and in by Nathan Gherkin. Now into the corner to Funkhauser. His 3 is going to be up and no good, but he gets his own rebound. And now a shot from the far side is going to be up and no good. It's going to be rebounded by Rodrigo Alvarez. Ball is going to be tipped and taken away by Niwot. Underneath shot is going to be up and good by Julian Letow. 6-3. Wesley Carnes is going to drive it all the way down. Nothing called as he goes to the floor. Rebounded by Funkhauser. Well, a lot of contact and nothing being called here. That 3 is going to be up, and that is going to be good by Julian Letow. 5 points on the night here for Letow, 9-3. Mustangs just cannot keep track of the ball, and you'd think it was a football game going on out here, as much contact as there is. The Mustangs will retain possession as it's off of Drew Stapp and out of bounds. But if it's this rough early on, it's going to just get worse unless they put a stop to it. Forrest Jordan gets it in to Carnes, now to Rodriguez, back to Forrest Jordan into the front court. Wesley Carnes lines up for a 3. Up and good. Wesley Carnes from downtown. Cuts the lead to 9-6. Julian Letow with the ball here on the near court and stolen by the Mustangs. Wesley Carnes layup up and good. Wesley Carnes with the steal and the bucket. Into the hands now of Funkhauser as he brings it up into the front court, being guarded by Zavala. Fakes the 3 and then he hands it off to Stapp. Going to give it up top to Carano. Now on the near side to Funkhauser. He's going to stop and pop for a 3. Up and no good. Going to be rebounded off of the Cougars and out of bounds. So Mustangs will take possession here with 3:35 to go. Here in this first period, Mustangs down 9-8. Into the game is Drew Buckingham. And Julian Letow takes a seat. Chase Redding ready to come in for the Mustangs at the next whistle. Wesley Carnes going to drive it down. His little left-handed shot is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Carano. And now Funkhauser lined up for a three that he's going to go in the lane. Little left-handed runner is up and good for Funkhauser. 4 points on the night for Funkhauser. 11-8. Wesley Carnes picks up his dribble, gives it off to Alvarez as he's being guarded out there by Stapp. Wesley Carnes now with the stutter step into the lane to Rodrigo. Nice behind the back pass, but Gherkin's shot is going to be blocked by Funkhauser. Niwot gets the ball up into the front court with Stapp. Carano drives it in. His shot is going to be blocked by Gherkin. Nice block there by Nathan Gherkin. Zavala has the ball taken away from him on the far side by Funkhauser. Now it's going to be out top to Buckingham. Boy, it's getting rough. And now it's going to be a tie-up, and that will belong to Niwot. 2:12 to go here, first period, 11-8. As Aiden Garver, along with Chase Redding and Charlie Langford into the game for the Mustangs. So it will be Buckingham to inbounds, gets it in and almost taken away. Nice job there by Chase Redding to cause that tie-up. So now Mustangs with possession. So 4 turnovers apiece for each team, and it will be coming in will be Letow. Carano will take a seat into the hands of Rodrigo Alvarez as he gets it up into the front court to Langford. Now to Zavala in the right corner. And Alvarez, little spin move off the backboard is no good. Going to be rebounded by Funkhauser, his 4th. Funkhauser, nice job out there as he tries to pass it off to Stapp on the far side, and he throws it away. Mustangs with it is Rodrigo Alvarez to Langford over on the far side. Garver out on the high left wing. Rodrigo Alvarez going to stop, pop for the 3, up and no good. Going to be rebounded off of, going to be rebounded by Zavala, and he throws it off Julian Letow, so the Mustangs will retain possession. Nice job there by Zavala. Mustangs down 11-8 as Langford gets it into Garver. He pulls it back out. He's going to drive it down that left side. Layup by Garver. Up and good. Nice drive there by Aiden Garver. Mustangs down 1 now, 11-10. Now a travel is going to be called on Alexander Long, who has come into the game for the Cougars. Garver gets it into Alvarez in the back court as he threw it in from just in front of the Mustang bench. 1:10 to go here, first period. Langford on the near side. The ball is going to drive it all the way down. His shot is going to be blocked from behind. Gets it back, but he needs to get it out of there. And that ball is going to be finally taken away by Niwot over on the far side. And Funkhauser lines it for a 3, and that is up and good by Jarek Funkhauser with 47 seconds to go here. And now a bad pass by the Mustang down court. Funkhauser underneath and looked like he was out of bounds and nothing called. A deep 3 is going to be up and good by Julian Letow, his second 3 of the night. Now it's a 7-point contest. Was 1 just a minute ago. So see if the Mustangs are going to pull it out for the last shot with 20 seconds, or if they're going to work around here and try to get a decent shot. Garver's going to drive it in, and now a foul is going to be called on the baseline. I believe that's going to be on Funkhauser. And that will be his second. The Mustangs will inbound right baseline of their basket. It is going to be Forrest Jordan to come in for Alvarez with 16.5 seconds to go here, first period. As the Mustangs will inbounds left baseline of their basket with Jordan as he gets it in to Redding. Redding's going to drive it in all the way, and then he gets hung up in the air and no place to pass it, ends up throwing it out of bounds. So 9.9 seconds to go as the Niwot Cougars will have the last shot here. Or at least have an attempt at the last shot as they get it into the hands of Letow. Letow over on the far side to Stapp, and he's going to drive it in, and the shot is going to be up and no good, rebounded by Redding. And that is how this first period will come to an end with the Niwot Cougars leading your Fort Morgan Mustangs 17-10 here on Morgan County's B106 and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. 17-10 as we start period number 2. The Niwot Cougars in possession as they get the ball in. It looks like it's Jack Jarvis back into the game. He's going to drive it all the way down, and he's going to kick it back out to Carano. Now underneath, layup is going to be up and good by Julian Letow. That's 10 points on the night for Letow. So a 9-point lead here. The Mustangs are going to have to get this under control here. It was down to 1. Now it's back up to 9 as Wesley Carnes drives it up and in from the left side. Nice job there by Wesley Carnes. 7 points on the night for Carnes. 19-12 as we are early in this second period. Letow, nice job there by the Mustangs to block it away, but that was like a travel, nothing called. Cougars on the far side, and that is Dawson now underneath to Carano. Ball is going to be tipped and finally taken away by the Mustangs. Nathan Gherkin with the steal. Aiden Garver, little floater, is going to be up and off the front of the rim and no good. Going to be rebounded by Carano. And then a foul is going to be called on Aiden Garver. That will be his second. (19-12), 6:40 to go here as Drew Stapp brings it up into the front court, being guarded by Langford. Now to Carano. Jarvis off of Gherkin. Mustangs argued for just a minute and then backed off, so doesn't do any good to argue it. So the Niwot Cougars will inbounds. It'll be Zachary Dawson to inbounds. Letow for a 3, and that shot is going to be up and no good. Rebounded on the other side. Let's see if there will be a jump. And that will be possession to the Mustangs. A nice job there by the Mustangs. Langford to get down and tie that ball up. As the Mustangs look to get some substitutions in here. And it will be Fabrice Saiza and Rodrigo Alvarez back into the game for Chase Redding and Aiden Garver. So it looks like Niwot will pick up some pressure at mid-court as Wesley Carnes left-handed dribble up into the front court as the Mustangs are down 19-12. So 9 points has been the biggest deficit so far. Rodrigo Alvarez off of his foot, but gets it back from Carnes. Rodrigo goes down hard, and then a foul will be called on Julian Letow. That will be his first. 6-team foul on Niwot, 2 so far on the Mustangs. So nice job by the Mustangs not to be called for their fouls as they look to get it in, and he get it into Carnes on the high left wing. He's going to drive it all the way in, and his little jumper is going to be up and no good, going to be rebounded by Letow. Ball is going to be tipped Out of the hands, Fort Morgan, the three by Carnes, up and good. Wesley Carnes, after the turnover, gets the three. Letow now on the near side, picks it up. He's going to throw it out front to Stapp, being guarded by Alvarez, 19-15. Little jumper is going to be up and no good, going to be rebounded by Gherkin. Alvarez off to Carnes. A deep three, and that gets nothing. He was just too far out on that one, trying to force it. So turnover Mustangs with 8-9 by Niwot. 19-15 with 5:17 to go here, second period. 10 points on the night for Carnes, trying to make it 13, but came up short. Jarvis kicks it off now to Stapp on the left side. His three is up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Gherkin. And now a foul will be called on Jack Jarvis in the backcourt. That will be 3 on Jarvis. I would guess he is going to be coming out. And he will. It will be Drew Buckingham into the game for Jarvis. So Jack Jarvis, they can keep him under control. He averages 12 points a game. So far, no points. Also into the contest is Alexander Long. So Wesley Carnes to go to the line to shoot. The 1-and-1. Carnes free throw bounces around and is no good. Rebounded on the floor, and a timeout is going to be taken, but it was rebounded by Jackson Carano. They got a timeout called before the Mustangs could tie up the ball. Bank of Colorado, they believe in keeping things simple. Apply for the loan you need for your dream home fully online. Visit bankofcolorado.com for all the information today. Well, earlier on, the Lady Mustangs fell by a score of 53-23, but did bring up their average. They were averaging 14 points a game and got 23 on the board. So an improvement there by the Lady Mustangs. So Mustang boys are down 19-15, 4:54 to go here in the second period. Wesley Carnes just missed the front end of a 1-and-1. He has 10 points on the night so far for the Mustangs, as does Julian Letow for the Niwot Cougars. Letow does have a couple of threes. Wesley Carnes has a 3. So Niwot now to inbounds. Far end of the court, as it is going to be Drew Buckingham into the front court, being guarded by Carnes. Going to drive it all the way down. His jumper is going to be up and good by Drew Buckingham. Her first points of the game, 21-15, 6-point lead by the Niwot Cougars. Alvarez out high, being guarded by Buckingham. Inside to Jordan. He's going to kick it back out to Fabrice. Shot is up and no good. Rebounded by Nathan Gherkin. Now Gherkin gets it back underneath. Went up for the two-handed stuff, and he was fouled from behind. Nothing called. Niwot comes away with the ball, as it is now going to be Alexander, or it's going to be Funkhauser on the near side to Buckingham. Up top to Carano, over on the far side to Dawson. Now Funkhauser back up at the point. Hands it off too long, so he's going to stop. Funkhauser pops for the 3. Up and good. Derek Funkhauser with his second 3 of the night. 10 points on the night for Funkhauser. Rodrigo Alvarez drives it all the way down. His layup is going to be up and good by Rodrigo Alvarez, his first bucket of the night. Buckingham on the near side now to Dawson. Up top to Carano, over on the far side to Buckingham. Buckingham's going to stop and pop for the 3. In and out. Could have been over the back. Nothing called. Off of Niwot and out of bounds. Let's see who comes in for the Mustangs. It will be Zavala and Garver back into the game for the Mustangs. 24-17, 3 minutes to go here, second period. Rodrigo Alvarez at the free throw line, picks up his dribble. Now he's going to give it off to Forrest Jordan out at the three-point line. Needs to do something with it. There we go. Hands it off to Zavala. Zavala goes in. The ball's tipped from behind and taken away. Into the hands now of Buckingham, being guarded by Zavala. Funkhauser with the 2, up and no good. Rebounded by Nathan Gherkin. 5 on the night for Gherkin. Aiden Garver on the left side, going to have the ball taken away by Buckingham. Nice little strip there, or excuse me, by Funkhauser. His shot is going to be up and good. Gherkin all the way down. His shot is going to be up and good, and they're going to believe they gave Nathan Gherkin the bucket. Was good. And that foul is going to go on Alexander Long, will be his first. So Gherkin now with 4 points on the night. He'll go to the line to shoot 1. 26-19, 2:17 to go here, second period. Nathan Gherkin going to the line to shoot the and 1 after he just drove to the basket, drew the foul, and got the basket. Free throw is up and no good. Usually he is real reliable on free throws. Funkhauser with his 5th. On the near corner now, and that's Letow. His shot is up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Zavala. Zavala's going to dribble it all the way down and kick it off to Rodriguez out on the far side. Wesley Carnes on the left, or that's Jordan, excuse me. Going to kick it off to Rodrigo Alvarez. Alvarez out at the right wing. He's going to pop for the 3, up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Nathan Gherkin. And a jump is going to be called, but I'm going to give him the rebound. And then he reached in and caused the tie-up, but it will go to Niwot. So 11 turnovers now by the Mustangs. They're down 7, 26-19. As Niwot gets their offense in motion here, they're going to get it into Funkhauser. Now up top to Stapp. He's going to drive it all the way in. His shot is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded and taken away by Gherkin. That is 7 for Gherkin. Zavala with the layup. Up and good. Nice pass to Zavala from Gherkin. So Zavala with the bucket. And a rebound, a shot. The shot is no good. Going to be rebounded by Zavala. Gherkin with a turnaround, up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Stapp. Yeah, Stapp out at the point. Under a minute to go here, 26-21. Niwot into the hands now of Stapp out on the high left wing, excuse me. Being guarded by Gherkin. Now underneath, nice steal there by Garver. Funkhauser for the 3, up and no good, rebounded by Gherkin. 8 on the night for Gherkin. 22 seconds to go here for first half. Into the hands of Alvarez. Picks up his dribble, now gets it into the hands of Zavala. Zavala picks it up, now into the hands of Aiden Garver, down to 8 seconds. Now to Rodrigo Alvarez. Alvarez going to stop and pop for the 3, up and no good, going to be rebounded by Letow. And the Mustangs are down 5 as we go to the break. It's been a rough one here so far at Niwot, but the Mustangs are down 26-21. As we go to halftime here at Niwot on Morgan County's B106 and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Brian Nickelback here at Niwot High School as 30 seconds left here in this halftime as the Mustangs find themselves down by 5, 26-21. Up next for the Mustangs will be this Saturday, the 21st at Skyline, 5:30 and 7 o'clock. John Beltran will have those games for you this coming Saturday. But the Mustangs tonight looking to see if they can get their first league win as they sit at 0-6 in league play and 2-8 overall. So looks like it will be Mustangs to possess the ball first here in the second half, as Forrest Jordan will trigger it in for the Mustangs. Rodrigo Alvarez, Wesley Carnes, Aiden Garver, and Nathan Gerken on the floor for the Mustangs. Rodrigo Alvarez out high at the point, being guarded there, and they're going to call a foul on Letow on the drive. So no shot for Wesley Carnes, as he will inbounds right baseline of the Mustangs basket. Get it into Garver on the high right wing. Now out to Forrest Jordan at the point. He's going to kick it off to Carnes. Carnes is going to try to drive it in, a little spin move. But Letow much taller than he is, and that ball is going to be taken away by Funkhauser. Funkhauser layup is going to be up and good, so he gets the steal and the bucket. So 14 points on the night for Funkhauser. He's on his way to at least more than probably his average. Average is at 19. He's already at 14. Ball is going to be tipped away, but I believe that's going to be on Funkhauser. That will be 3 on Funkhauser. So the Mustangs to inbounds left baseline of their basket with 7:17 to go here, third period. Aiden Garver to trigger it in. They do get it into Carnes. Trapped underneath, does get it out to Alvarez, to Jordan. Now to Wesley Carnes. Letow, he's going to drive it in, nothing called. Carnes with his own rebound. Now Jordan, but he's going to be called for the foul. Excuse me, not the foul, a travel, so that will be a turnover by the Mustangs. Jordan lost his balance when he got into the lane. So Drew Stapp will come in for Funkhauser. They're going to set him for a minute or two so he doesn't pick up that 4th foul. As Jack Jarvis back into the game. Over on the near side now to Letow. Up top and over on the far side to Jack Jarvis. Jarvis is going to drive it down, spin move. He's going to kick it back out to the top and then over on the near side to Stapp. Jarvis is going to drive it down and then it's going to be off of Niwot and out of bounds. So turnover Cougars. That ball was headed towards Carano, but could not catch up with it. So Carnes into the front court being guarded by Letow. After Rodrigo Alvarez out at the jump circle, he's going to drive it down. Jarvis, his shot is going to be up and no good. Going to be blocked out of bounds off of Niwot. So Rodrigo to inbounds left baseline of their basket. Rodrigo gets it into Gerken in the left corner. And they said Gerken with the travel. I thought he had kept his 1 foot still. And now a timeout is going to be called here by head coach of the Fort Morgan Mustangs, TJ Schneider, but we'll just keep it right here as the Mustangs have yet to score here in this third period of play. Wiggins Electric, count on Wiggins Electric for quick, efficient, and courteous service to keep you up and running. They provide you with the service and products you need at your most critical time. Horizon Turf Nursery, for 3 decades, they've been providing high-quality sod. The finest sod available is on the horizon at 15470 County Road 11 in Fort Morgan. So it looks like the Mustangs are going to come out and put on some full court pressure here, as it will be Drew Stapp to inbounds for Niwot. as they get it in to Jarvis in the corner. Back to Stapp. Stapp didn't even call anything there. Into the hands of Jarvis. Now into the hands of Carano, and his shot is going to be up and good at the bucket. So 4 points on the night by Carano. Wesley Karn, that ball is going to be off of Niwot and out of bounds. It was headed for Gherkin and then tipped out of bounds. So Wesley Karn's the inbounds for the Mustangs, left baseline of their basket into Gherkin in the corner. Now to Rodrigo Alvarez out at the point. Alvarez to Garver on the left wing. Garver's going to drive it down, and then a foul is going to be called on Stapp. That will be his second. 30-21, 5:52 to go, third period. Niwot up. Gherkin in the corner once again. That seems to be their go-to inbounds play. Now to Carnes. Carnes is going to drive it in. Jump stop. And he goes up with it. And let's see if it goes. It does fall. Nice job by Wesley Carnes. And the ball finally ended up dropping. So he'll go to the line to shoot the and one. And that foul is going to be on Julian Letow. I say that's 3 on Letow. I have only 2. So that free throw is going to be in and out. Wesley Carnes cannot drop it. And Jarvis all the way down and up with the bucket is Jack Jarvis. Now Garver, they're going to, yeah, that's a good call. Aiden Garver put the shoulder down and drew the offensive foul. And they're going to bring Garver out, and Zavala will come in. 5:29 left here in the third period. I believe that's who Zavala's coming in for. Because Garver with 4. He's the only Mustang with a foul tonight. He has 4. The rest of the Mustangs have 0. So into the hands now of Long. Back to Jarvis. He goes up that left side. Gets by Rodrigo. Jarvis, little jumper up and no good. Going to be tipped around and finally taken by Zavala. And then a foul is going to be called on Dawson. That will be his first. But Zavala with his 3rd rebound of the game. As Niwot now will come out and pressure full court to get it into the hands of Wesley Carnes on the far side. Gets it up into the, going to drive it all the way down. And then the foul is not called, but Gherkin with the bucket. Carnes had driven the lane, but no foul was called, but Gherkin with the bucket. So 32-25 as Zavala on the far side falls down. Does get back up now up top to Long on the near side to Jarvis, being guarded by Jordan. Little shot is going to, they're going to call it travel. Could have called a foul as easy. He looked like he put a shoulder into Forrest Jordan, but not called, but he did get called for the travel. 13 turnovers by Niwot. Little jumper from the lane is going to come up short and going to be rebounded by Carano. That's his 5th. Buckingham now over on the far side to Jarvis. Inside to Carano. He's going to be back up top now to Stapp. Stapp in the lane. Now back to Jarvis. Jarvis is going to drive it all the way in now to Stapp. His 3 is up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Gherkin. His 9th of the game. Alvarez into the front court. Being guarded by Jarvis. Little layup is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded and finally taken away by Long. His 1st. And then a foul is going to be called on Forrest Jordan. So somebody else besides Aiden Garver draws the foul for Fort Morgan. Only the 2nd team foul here in this second half. 5 so far on Niwot. As Jarvis up into the front court being guarded by Alvarez. Chase Redding ready to come in. Carano on the far side now to Jarvis out at the point. He's going to drive it in. Little layup is going to be up and no good. Rebounded and taken away. But I think they're going to call Gherkin with the foul, as he was not happy with the call, but I think it was a good call. Yes, Chase Redding comes into the game for the Mustangs. It will be Letown back into the game now for Alexander Long. Niwot will inbounds left baseline of their basket, up 32-25 with 3:27 to go third period. Get it into Carano, and his jumper is going to be up and good at the bucket. Mustangs down 9, 34-25. 3:12 to go. Forrest Jordan now out at the high right wing. Hands it off to Carnes. Carnes is going to pop for the three, up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Carano, his sixth of the night. That ball is going to be well over the head of Carano down at the baseline from Julian Letow. So into the game for the Mustangs now will be Fabrice Saiza, He'll come in for Rodrigo Alvarez. 2:55 to go here, third period. The Mustangs down 9, 34-25. Saiz all the way down. His little jumper is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Letow, his fourth. Jack Jarvis all the way down, now into the hands. And shot is going to be up and good by Zachary Dawson. And a foul on the shot. And that is going to go on Chase Redding, his first. Zachary Dawson with his first bucket. And now a free throw, and that is off the rim and no good. Going to be rebounded to Redding, his second. Wesley Carnes needs to get going. He only has 12 points here so far. Hands it off to Zavala. Wesley Carnes fakes the three, drives it in. Layup is going to be up and good by Wesley Carnes. The defense has got to get a stop here. They're down 9, 36-27 with 2:10 to go here, third period. Jarvis is going to drive it down. His shot is going to be up and good for Jack Jarvis. Zavala being double teamed in the corner. Now to Jordan. His little left-handed jumper from the lane is up and good for Forrest Jordan. His first bucket of the night. Now Jarvis being guarded by Fabrice Saiza. Double team, nice steal there by the Mustangs. Wesley Carnes with a layup, up and good for Carnes. Nice steal out front there by Forrest Jordan to knock it over to Carnes as he went down for the layup. Mustangs down 7, 38-31 with 1:15 to go here, third period. Jarvis up at the top now over the near side, and that pass is going to be out of bounds as it gets by Carano and out of bounds. The pass was from Zachary Dawson. So 14 turnovers by Niwot, 15 by the Mustangs as they will inbounds far into the court. 1:10 to go here, third period, 38-31. Niwot. Carnes for the deep three. Up and good. Carnes from deep downtown. Cuts the lead to 4, 38-34. With Jarvis up at the point. Ball is going to be tipped and stolen by the Mustangs. Carnes again with the layup, up and good for Carnes. Nice steal down on the far end by the Mustangs. Now out of bounds on the far side is Drew Stapp. So the Mustangs can tie it or go ahead with a 3, 38-36 with 36.2 seconds to go here, third period. As Wesley Carnes has come alive here now in this third period. Carnes on the far side now to Chase Redding. Redding's going to pop from the free throw line, up and rolls in, good for Chase Redding. that will tie it up here at 38. The Mustangs have come back from 11 down, 38-38 here with 10 seconds to go in the third period. And now Letow with the three, up and no good. Stapp gets the rebound underneath, and I think they called a foul underneath, and I think that's going to be on Redding. It'll be his second. Excuse me. So 3.5 seconds to go here. Letow with the three, up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Rodrigo Alvarez. Carnes, if it goes, does it count? It does not go. But Rodrigo Alvarez with that rebound. So the Mustangs have fought back and tied it up here at 38. So we'll go to the fourth quarter all tied up here on Morgan County's B106 and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. All tied up here as we go into quarter number 4. The Niwot Cougars will have possession to start off this final quarter. As it is Jarvis now Funkhauser, as he is fouled on the shot, and that will be Saiza with the foul. That will be his first. But that will send Funkhauser back to the line to show up, actually send him to the line for the first time tonight, as he will shoot 2. He's been sitting out for a while. He had 3 fouls. So they set him for a little bit, and that free throw is up and good. 15 points on the night for Funkhauser. Next free throw also up and good. The Mustangs get that ball into the front court to Alvarez. Redding for the three from the corner, up and no good, but rebounded by Saiza. As Wesley Carnes' little jumper is up and no good, going to be rebounded by Funkhauser. Into the hands of Funkhauser as he gets it up into the front court. Now into the hands of Buckingham, who's into the game for Niwot. Letow out at the high left wing to Jarvis on the left wing. Buckingham out high on the right side, being guarded by Alvarez. Jarvis with a jumper, up and good by Jack Jarvis. 6 points on the night for Jarvis. Mustangs down 4, 42-38. Have yet to score here in this fourth period. Alvarez underneath to Zavala. Not a good pass at all, and through his legs and into the hands of Letow. Letow now over on the far side to Funkhauser, now to Jarvis out high on the right wing. Underneath once again to Funkhauser, and he is going to be fouled by Carnes, and he does help him up. So Wesley Carnes with his first. That will send Funkhauser back to the line to shoot 2, where he just shot 2 and made them both. Forrest Jordan ready to come in at the next opportunities. Funkhauser left-handed shot is in and out. So we'll see Jordan will come in for Alvarez. Letow will come back into the game for Dawson. So Funkhauser with shot number 2 here, where the Cougars up by 4, 42-38, and that was up and no good also. But the rebound goes to Letow, and his shot is no good. And then a foul is going to be called underneath on Letow. That will be his third. So the Mustangs to inbounds far court. As Niwot to inbounds, it will be Drew Stapp to come in for Letow. They have 4 on Letow. I just have 3, but we will go with that. Into the hands of Carnes now to Jordan. Redding, his layup is going to be up and no good, going to be rebounded by Jarvis. Now Funkhauser handles the ball pretty good for a big guy. He's going to drive it down from the left elbow. Up and good for Funkhauser. And now a timeout's going to be called here by the Fort Morgan Mustangs. They need to try to stop this here as they're down now 44-38. It's going to be a full timeout. Looks like Aiden Garver will check back into the game for the Mustangs. Rudy's Tires, 9 is the magic number. 9 locations across northeast Colorado and Nebraska. It means there's always a location close by. Visit rudystires.com for more. Gordon Insurance. Be prepared for everything life throws at you. Get car insurance, life insurance, farm insurance, and crop insurance at Gordon Insurance. Visit GordonINS.com today. For the Mustangs, down 6. This was tied at the end of the third quarter, but the Mustangs have yet to score in this final stanza. As Jarek Funkhauser has come back in and has put 4 in. He has 18 on the night. I believe Wesley Carnes has 21 on the night for the Mustangs. Yes, he is being guarded up top. Now Zavala along the baseline underneath the Gherkin. His layup is going to be up and good for Gherkin. 8 points on the night for Gherkin. Jarvis is going to drive it all the way down. His layup is going to be up and good. Nice drive there by Jack Jarvis. 8 points on the night for Jarvis. Garver, he's going to be out of bounds. Not a good pass by Carnes, as it just led Aiden Garver out of bounds. So 17 turnovers by the Mustangs, 16 by the Cougars. Into the hands now of Buckingham. Buckingham in the corner here. Now the ball is going to be tipped, and no, it's not going to be taken away. Nothing called. They could have called something on Zavala and did not, but the ball is going to be up and good by Carano. Layup up and no good by Wesley Carnes, but he'll go to the line to shoot 2. And that foul will be on Carano. That will be his first. So Carnes back to the line to shoot 2. He is 0 for 1 tonight from the free throw line, 48-40. And that free throw is no good by Carnes. They missed 5 free throws in the first half. They've missed 1 so far. That's actually their first miss here in the second half. And that one also up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Buckingham. Jack Jarvis into the front court, weaves through the Mustangs underneath, and that ball's hit. That was tipped out of bounds. They're saying it was tipped out of bounds by the Mustangs, and they're saying no, but it's not going to do any good unless they're going to talk it over and see if they have a change of possession, and they do not. It will remain with Niwot as they're up 8, 48-40. Outscored the Mustangs 10-2 here so far in this fourth period. Into the hands now of Buckingham up high. On the near side to Letow, Funkhauser's going to drive it all the way down the lane. His little left-handed jumper is up and no good. Going to be rebounded underneath by Gherkin. 10 on the night by Gherkin. Wesley Carnes going to stop and pop for a 3. Up and no good. Rebounded by Gherkin, and he couldn't come down with it. Him and Garver kind of collided, so it went out of bounds. .436 to go here in the fourth period, 48-40. Into the hands now of Letow in the corner. Jack Jarvis up in the front court to Stapp, underneath to Carano, but he is going to be fouled by Gherkin. That would be his second. So Carano will go to the line to shoot 2. 8 points on the night for Carano. So the Mustangs looking at maybe a double-digit deficit where it was just tied not quite 4 minutes ago. And that free throw is up and good by Carano. So far, the only points we've had in this second half for the or in the fourth period, excuse me, is Nathan Gherkin with a bucket. As Carano comes out. Thought it was going to drop back down in, but did not. 49-40. They need to hand it off. Got to get it to somebody. Does get it off to Carnes. Now a timeout is going to be called by Fort Morgan head coach TJ Snyder, excuse me. Down 49-40 with 4:14 to go here in this fourth period. The Mustangs had it all tied up at 38. After 3, and have been outscored 11-2. 4 points by Jarvis, 3 points by Carano, and 4 points by Funkhauser. The only basket in this fourth period so far for the Mustangs has been Nathan Gherkin. He has 8 points on the night, but does have 11 rebounds. So nice job on the boards by Gherkin, but the Mustangs down 9. They're going to have to get some defense going here and stop Jarvis. Jarvis is, anytime he's gotten the ball, seems to just be able to drive right down the court, and then he'll hand it off to Funkhauser or to Carano. So it will be the Mustangs to inbounds front court here. They get it in to Carnes. Hands it off to Rodrigo Alvarez. Back to Carnes on the high right wing. Back up to Gherkin out at the point. Now to Rodrigo Alvarez. His 3 up and no good. Rebounded by Garver. Alvarez now to Forrest Jordan. Now to Carnes in the left corner. 3 is up and rolls around and in for Carnes. Took a minute to finally drop, but it did. Now to Letow, now to, shot is going to be up and no good, but gets his own rebound. Is Stapp. And then the ball is finally tipped out of bounds off of Fort Morgan, so the Cougars will keep possession. 3:37 to go. Mustangs down 6, 49-43. They get it into the hands of Funkhauser out high, being guarded by Garver. Now to Letow, now to Jarvis on the far left wing. Carano up top's going to give it off. Ball is going to be taken away by Wesley Carnes. Carnes' shot is going to be up and no good. No foul called. Rebounded to Jordan. Now back to Carnes out on the high right wing. Going to stop and pop for the 3. Up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Jarvis. Jarvis is going to drive it all the way down. Nothing called there as Wesley Carnes goes by. And it's off of Jordan. Let's see who they're going to say. It's off of Funkhauser and out of bounds. 17 turnovers by Niwot, 18 by the Mustangs. 49-43, 2:56 to go here, fourth period. Mustangs need a bucket. Aiden Garver underneath to Gherkin. His shot is going to be up and no good. Rebounded by Funkhauser. And nothing called as Funkhauser knocks Garver to the floor, excuse me. Garver hustling around here. Now the ball is going to be tipped away. Nice job there by Garver. Wesley Carnes with the layup up and good off the feed from Alvarez. Down to a 4-point lead now, 49-45 as Jarvis up into the front court. Back behind the back pass, but way behind Funkhauser. So the Mustangs down 4, 49-45 as the Niwot Cougars will call a 30-second timeout. So we'll see what happens here. The Mustangs have cut it to 4. Wesley Carnes with 5 in this period and Gherkin with 2. And for the Niwot Cougars, the same as it had been. Jarvis with 4, Corona with 3, and Funkhauser with 4 here in this 4th period. As Rodrigo Alvarez with inbounds far side. He gets it into the hands of Carnes, then back to Alvarez. As he crosses up into the front court, being guarded by Letow, hands it off to Forrest Jordan. Forrest Jordan out of Carnes. Carnes going to drive it all the way into the lane. His little runner is going to be up and no good. Rebounded by Jarvis. And then a foul is going to be called on Gherkin. And that will be his 3rd. So 9 team fouls on Fort Morgan. That will send Jack Jarvis to the line to shoot a 1-and-1. This is his first trip to the line tonight, and that free throw is up and no good. Rebounded by Gherkin. Everybody stood around like they thought it was going to be a 2-shot foul. Minute 52 to go, with Mustangs down 4 into the hands of Carnes, into the hands of Garver on the far side. Went through his hands, but he gets it back. Garver with the layup up and no good, going to be rebounded by Garver. He drives it to the basket, up and no good, but he is going to be fouled on the shot. And we'll see who this is going to go on. I believe it's going to be on Zachary Dawson. That will be his 2nd. So Aiden Garver will go to the line to shoot 2. 3 points on the night for Garver. Cut it to a 2-point lead here if he connects on both. The first one is up and good. So free throw number 2. Up and also good. Cuts it to a 2-point game, 49-47. As it was off of Wesley Carnes and out of bounds. Carnes thought he had knocked it off the leg of Jarvis, but the ref saw it differently. Into the hands of Letow. He's going to drive it all the way down, and he hands it off to Carano for the bucket. And then a timeout is going to be called here by Niwot, as they are now up 51-47. Mustang coach is not happy with the refereeing at the moment. So a minute 29 left here in period number 4, and it is now 51-47. Let's see who has the Funkhauser still only with 3 fouls, so I doubt if he's going to foul out, but he's been 18 points on the night for Funkhauser. Almost right at his average at 19, so he's right there. Bailey Mechanical, getting your house the right temperature is difficult. Call 970-522-0471 and let Bailey Mechanical go to work for you. So you got Wesley Carnes, Rodrigo Alvarez, Forrest Jordan, Aiden Garver, and Nathan Gherkin on the floor for the Mustangs, as it will be Mustang possession on the far side. At midcourt, down by 4, 51-47, down 5, excuse me. Down 4, excuse me, 51-47. Alvarez out at the point, hands it off to Garver. Garver's going to drive it down. He puts his shoulder down, hands it off now to Jordan, to Carnes in the corner. Carnes is going to drive it in. Layup is going to be up and good. Wesley Carnes with a bucket. Cuts it to 2, 51-49 to Jarvis. Now into the hands of Funkhauser. And then a foul. If that's on Garver, he's done. I don't believe it is, though. Yep, that is on Aiden Garver. He'll be done. That's 5 on him. Yep. They say that's only 4, so. But it will send Funkhauser to the line to shoot 2. Left-handed shot in and out. Mustangs still only down 2. They'll only be down 1 possession even if he makes it. 1 minute and 1 second to go here in the game with a 2-point lead for Niwot. Free throws in and out. Rebounded by Gherkin. 13 on the night for Gherkin into the hands of Rodrigo Alvarez. Under a minute to go here. Garver out at the point. He is stripped by Funkhauser. Funkhauser, there's going to be a foul called out after the tip. And now that will be number 5 on Garver. So he was done. He will end the night with 5 points. And that will send Funkhauser back to the line to shoot 2. He has missed his last 4. As Niwot could have put this away basically with those 4 free throws. As Funkhauser will shoot 2. In and good for Funkhauser. 52-49, 3-point lead. 47.1 seconds to go. Funkhauser dribbles. Free throws up and good. He connects on those 2. Wesley Carnes brings it up into the front court. 40 seconds to go. Carnes going to drive it all the way down. Makes little room there. In, up and good is Wesley Carnes. So 53-51, 36.9 seconds to go here. As the Mustangs have called timeout. 17-10 Niwot after 1. It was 26-21 Niwot. At halftime, it was all tied up at 38. At the end of the 3rd period, and then at one time it had been outscored 11-1. But are now down 2, 53-51, with 36.9 seconds to go. As head coach TJ Schneider is emphasizing what he needs to have done here in this last 36 seconds, or at least on this possession. As they will be on the defense here, as Funkhauser will trigger it in for Niwot. As he gets the ball back in. He can't be moving like that. I thought it would be a travel, but Jarvis with the ball. Now into the hands of Dawson. Back into the hands of Jarvis. Now a foul. That's a foul on Wesley Carnes. So Jarvis will go to the line to shoot 2. Where he missed a 1-and-1 earlier on in the 4th period. 53-51, 27.8 seconds. The Mustangs within shot here, being able to pull this out, but they've got to, the deficit. That free throw rolls in for Jarvis. So now down 3, 54-51. As he gets the ball back, dribbles a couple of times. Up and good for Jarvis. Now a 4-point lead. 55-51 into the hands of Alvarez into the front court. 55-51, 21 seconds. Alvarez wants to drive it, cannot. Ball is tipped, but he gets it back. Zavala with 15 seconds into the hands of Jordan. Jordan layup is up and good. Forrest Jordan with a bucket. So down 2, 55-53, 7.7 seconds. They're going to have to try to inbounds, or to, deny on the inbounds. And then if they do get it in, they're going to have to foul no matter who it is so they can get that ball back with 7.2 seconds to go here in this fourth period. Nine points in this fourth period from Wesley Carnes. I believe that puts him at 30. I'll check that here in a little bit, but right now it looks like 30. 30 for Carnes. But they'll have to deny here on the inbounds, and then if they get it in, they will have to. I'm not sure what their coaches are upset about. Something at the scorer's table, but I'm not sure what their discussion is, but I don't know if it's number of timeouts. I don't know what it is, but TJ Schneider not happy, and he's talking to Bob Campbell, the AD here from Fort Morgan. So I'm not sure what they're discussing here. I think number of timeouts that are left, I believe, is what they're discussing. They're trying to figure it out here at the scorer's table now. See if they're bookkeeper for the Mustangs, and there's a bookkeeper for Niwot. So we'll see what becomes of this, whether they had a timeout or not, I don't know. So it sounds like Fort Morgan still has a timeout left. I don't know. So we will see. 55-53, 7.2 seconds to go. Funkhauser will inbounds. As TJ Schneider still not happy, but I'm not sure just about what it is. They get it into Julian Letow, and they do the foul, and I believe that is on Zavala. Will be his first, but that will send Julian Letow to the line to shoot two. His first trip to the free throw line tonight. He can make it a 2-point possession or can stay at one. 5.5 seconds, 55-53. First free throw is in and out. So the Mustangs are still alive with one possession, 55-53. See if they can see what happens here after Letow shoots free throw number 2 up, and that one is good. So the Mustangs to inbounds. They get it into Alvarez. 3 seconds. Alvarez is going to be hounded out there. I'm not sure they're not even going to get a shot off. They could not get a shot off as Rodrigo Alvarez was hounded out just this side of midcourt and tried to get it to Zavala and could not come up with it. So the Mustangs will fall tonight here in a close one by a score of 56-53. We will take a 3-minute break and be back with the postgame show here on Morgan County's B106 and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Mustangs postgame show is brought to you by Advanced Agri Solutions. Make sure the nutrients you've purchased for your field are getting to your crops. Get a full plan of seed, food, and water with Advanced Agri Solutions. Call Dusty or Roxy at 970-571-2024. The Mustang boys lose a heartbreaker here, 56-53. Just could not quite get over the hump. They had tied it at 38 at the end of the third period. Then were outscored 18-15 in that fourth period. Just could not quite get there, and then could not get a shot off with 5 seconds left in the game. So they fall 56-53. The scoring for the Niwot Cougars is Jerry Funkhauser with 20. followed by Jackson Corona with 11, as does Julian Letta with 11. Jack Jarvis with 10, and 2 apiece for Drew Buckingham and Zachary Dawson. Leading the way for the Mustangs tonight is Wesley Carnes. He had 30. And he is followed up by Nathan Gherkin with 8, Aiden Garva with 5, and then 2 apiece for Chase Redding, Rodrigo Alvarez, Isaiah Savala, Forrest Jordan, let's see, then it's going to be 4 for Forrest Jordan, excuse me. For their 53, but a big night on the boards for Nathan Gherkin. He came down with 13 rebounds with his 8 points, but Wesley Carnes did come alive in that second half. Scored 20 in the second half, so but not quite enough to overcome what Niwot had put up. So Mustangs now fall to 2-9 and 0-7 in league play. Niwot is now 5-7 and 3-5 in league play. Mustangs will be up next on Saturday at Skyline. That'll be a 5:30 and 7 o'clock games, girls and boys. So a tough one here tonight for the Mustangs. So we'll wrap it up here. The sound engineer and producer for Morgan Mustangs basketball tonight has been Christy Creighton. I'm Brian Nickel. Once again, final 2 scores tonight. The girls fall by a score of 53-23. The boys lose 56-53. All right here on Morgan County's B106 and the Eastern Plains Sports Network.